Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share my personal opinion about Bitcoin. Before I start, I want to make one thing very clear. This is not a financial advice and I'm not saying Bitcoin is a bad investment. It may continue to rise in price and many people have actually made a lot of money investing in it in the past. And this is simply why I personally choose not to invest in Bitcoin. And the first reason is that I don't know how to value it. You see, when I buy a stock, I buy a part of a business. A business produces products or services that solve real problems for customers. It generates revenue, earns profits, creates free cash flow, builds assets, and hopefully becomes more valuable over time. As an investor, I can analyze all of those things. I can look at revenue growth, profit growth, cash flow, the debt, margins, return on capital. Also, I can compare today's stock price with the company's fundamentals and decide if I think it's cheap or expensive. The market may disagree with me indeed, but at least I have something objective to analyze. With Bitcoin, I don't have that. I personally don't know how to estimate its intrinsic value. The only thing I can observe is supply and demand, the trade volumes. If more people want to buy, the price go up. If more people want to sell it, the price goes down. Actually, it works the same with stocks. But for me, that's not enough to build a long-term investment thesis. But that's actually not my main point. The main reason I wanted to make this video is because I keep hearing the same argument over and over again. People say Bitcoin will eventually reach $1 million because there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins. So for me, this argument doesn't make sense at all. Limited supply alone does not automatically create value. Let me explain what I mean and let's compare Bitcoin with one of the public companies. Let's take as an example PayPal. Over the last several years, PayPal has not been issuing large amounts of new shares. In fact, the company has been aggressively buying back its own stock. So the quantity of shares reduced over the time. Every year, billions of dollars are spent reducing the number of shares available in the market. Just think about that for a second. Bitcoin's supply is still increasing, although at a slower and slower pace. But PayPal is doing exactly opposite. The number of shares is actually decreasing, and PayPal is not the only one who is doing that. It's a common practice for majority of companies. And at the same time, the PayPal continues to generate billions of dollars in a free cash flow every year. The business is still profitable. It serves hundreds of millions of users. It provides payment solutions all over the world. It also creates real economic value. So, here is my question. If reducing supply alone automatically made an asset much more valuable, then why hasn't PayPal's stock price exploded as it was told about Bitcoin? The answer is very simple. Because the markets don't work that way. Price is determined not only by supply, it's also determined by demand, by expectations, by future growth, by investor sentiment. Simply having fewer shares doesn't guarantee a higher stock price. And that's exactly why I'm so skeptical of the argument that Bitcoin must become incredibly expensive simply because mining will eventually stop. Once all Bitcoins have been mined, people will still trade them with each other, just like investors trade shares every day. The supply may become fixed, but that alone doesn't guarantee continuously higher price. So in my opinion, scarcity is not the same as value. Scarcity can increase the value of something people already want, but scarcity alone does not create value. Personally, I prefer investing in businesses. When I buy a company, I own a small piece of an organization that is trying to earn more money every year. Its profits can grow, its cash flow can increase, and management can reinvest capital or buy back their shares. Those are things I can measure, and this information is publicly available. And those things I really can understand. Could Bitcoin be worth much more in 10 years? Of course, yes. But I have no idea how much and when. But if that happens, I believe it will be because more people decide to own it, not because its supply became fixed, as it's been told to us. So that's why, for me personally, Bitcoin is not an investment based on business fundamentals. It's a bet on future demand. And that's simply not the type of investment I'm looking for. I prefer to analyze stocks and to have them in my portfolio because these are the real businesses, and my work is to make a proper research and to know what I invest in. By the way, the earnings season has started. The previous week was really interesting, but the next one comes with some big players like Alphabet. It's gonna be also Intel reporting. For me, it's gonna be interesting the ServiceNow, and there are quite a few more companies. And also there will be an interesting AI event from AMD, and this is the company I follow really closely. So it's gonna be busy week, and I hope you follow it as well. Guys, please let me know in the comments if I was right or wrong about it. What's your opinion about the Bitcoin? And why do you think Bitcoin might be actually a good option to invest, or maybe it's a bad from your perspective? And by the way, as I see now, the market is really cautious and very silent in the crypto side, but usually it's a good time to invest. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.